Good morning, guys. So in the spirit of sharing great and not so great news with you, if you guys watched last week's Dating My Husband vlog, Brandon and I were talking about highlights from our day, and I think the first answer that I shared was, I haven't gotten a new pimple in like 2 or 3 days, because prior to that I had at least 10 pimples on my face for, I don't know, like a good 2-3 weeks. That was on Tuesday night. And then on Wednesday, I just woke up with an explosion on my face here. I really need to show you guys that my skin is not perfect. This really lovely woman reached out to me. She works for a brand in Canada and they carry a bunch of like non-toxic green beauty products. She emailed me and asked me about my skin type and how she wanted to send me a few products and if there were certain brands that I was interested in. And she recommended this one line to me that's supposed to be good for sensitive, acne-prone skin. And I received a facial cleanser, a toner, and a serum. Now, I don't normally do this because when I have a bunch of new products, I like to test them individually. So I'll use like the face soap, just the face soap, for like a week, and then I'll slowly work in the other stuff. Maybe I was just impatient or I wanted to see how the line would work together. Well, I used all 3 products on Wednesday, day and night, and my face just exploded. And I feel so terrible because I'm supposed to make a video for them because they were really nice enough to gift me a gift certificate so I can host a giveaway for you guys. And they provided me a coupon code. And they carry some like big names too, like Josh Rosebrook, Laurel. I think those were the 2 that I can think of off the top of my head. Anyway, the brand that I tested was one I'd never heard of before. I need to contact them and let them know what happened. But I can't recommend this. I can't recommend this line. So I'm dealing with the aftermath of that right now, and my face really hurts. Oh man, I just realized I put on Beauty Counter Tint Skin, but what I wanted to do today was I wanted to test out. I got the Glossier Skin Tint in dark, because before I had the skin tint in medium, and not that I'm like super tan now, but if you guys see the color difference there. And I don't know if it's because I have the Beauty Counter Tint Skin underneath, but this looks like a way better color match for me than medium. So I'm just gonna layer today because my face can use the coverage. I so want to just tell you about my entire birthday weekend, but yesterday it was my actual birthday and Brandon and I vlogged, and the footage from yesterday is what I'm going to use for this week's Dating My Husband episode that I will upload on Wednesday. So I won't tell you everything, maybe just share a few highlights. So on Saturday night, I went out to dinner with Brandon and my friend Hyo, Sandra, and Sandra's husband Sungchan. So it was the 5 of us. And it was seriously like one of my favorite birthdays ever. I was on cloud 9 on Saturday, and we were at this one restaurant, and the food was so good. I had a steak and cheese pie. It's kind of like a chicken pot pie, but with steak and cheese inside of it. Brandon had the shepherd's pie, and I know Sandra had the salmon, and Sungchan, I think he had lamb. I'm not sure. Yeah, the food was great. The atmosphere was really nice. It was fancy enough, but not over the top fancy, which is totally the kind of thing that I'm into. Like, I wanted to go eat burgers that night, and everyone was fighting me on it. They're like, no, we're not gonna go eat burgers on your birthday. And they just kept insisting they wanted to do something fancier. Wow, I really like the skin tint in dark. Maybe I can like fake decent skin today. So yeah, that happened, and then my friend Hyo, well actually Hyo and Sandra, I'm gonna both get them on a morning chat, and oh you guys, my December lineup is amazing. Like every Monday in December, I'm going to have a guest because Hyo is my friend from church. So Hyo is going to be the first one, and then I think it's going to be my friend Rebecca, and Rebecca is my Korean Australian friend. She's from Sydney, but right now she's visiting the States, and then she's swinging by Korea, so she's going to be my second guest. And then Sandra is going to be on. Sandra's also my friend from church, and then the fourth friend, I haven't confirmed, but that fourth Monday in December, I will be in Shanghai. So I'm like crossing my fingers that Gail will film another morning chat with me. So, oh, this is just superstar lineup. I'm so excited. Yeah, so my friend Hyo, you guys will meet her. She's Korean, but she also speaks German and English. And just for fun, I like to make her say stuff to me in German. And we asked her to sing Happy Birthday in German.
Happy birthday to you. In German.
And she told us that there's this song that I shared as a caption in my Instagram post on my birthday, and she said, loosely translated, the lyrics go something like, we're so happy you were born, like otherwise we would have really missed you, or something like that. And I just started crying on the street. Well, no, they sang happy birthday to me at dinner, but then she was explaining the context or the meaning of the song, the lyrics, right when we came out of the restaurant, and of course I cried. Yeah, that was really special. And then yesterday we went to church, and I just wanted to spend time with Brandon. So we did our, usual, what we would do on a date night sort of thing. And he was such a good sport. I didn't even mention to him that I was, self-conscious about vlogging just because of the state that my face is in. And he just took charge without me asking him, and he just had the camera on. He was explaining stuff. It was so cute. We just had so much fun. I remember just laughing and joking around with him a lot. We went to the arcade and we played games, and he tried to win me a doll, and we got to eat Japanese ramyeon. I was really craving something hot and soupy, and then when we came home, we were just, I don't know, we just laughed a lot. We laughed so much, and then this morning he texted me and he was like, I really miss you. Last night was so fun. And I was like, oh, that's so, I love these moments where it still feels like we're really dating, and not just married. And this morning, guys, please forgive the next, 3 minutes, because I'm just gonna go on this shameless explanation. So you guys know I've been working with beauty heroes, reviewing their products since August. And maybe it was in October. It was either September or October, and Jeannie, the founder, was like, hey, let's make this happen. I wanna officially introduce you as a brand ambassador. And there were a lot of things that needed to take place. I had to sign a contract, I had to send over my bio, and then this Q&A session where Jeannie asked me a few questions and I answered it. And all of that is now on the Beauty Hero site. I am officially, if you go to the Beauty Hero site and you look at the circle of trust, here are all the beauty ambassadors, and it's alphabetized by first name. So look, there I am. And it says Jenn Rogers, Green Beauty Vlogger. Guys, I'm a green beauty vlogger. And I just want to give you guys the backstory because, otherwise you wouldn't hear about it. But yeah, all of us in the circle of trust, the brand ambassadors, we had to submit a bio. And the reason it took so long for me to be officially announced as a brand ambassador was I was just debating, how am I going to explain who I am, in this bio? And I just felt I think I've shared this before. I felt so out of place because I didn't consider myself a green beauty vlogger. I just felt like I was just a regular girl just discovering that. And I would look through the circle of trust and everyone just seemed like they had so much more knowledge and experience than me, and my own insecurities got in the way. And also it's really hard to talk about yourself in a really positive light, and so I wrote out my bio and I'd asked Brandon, I need to see myself through your eyes. And I really needed his help in really just trying to define who I am, and he did such a good job. So he wasn't just like, you know, just talk about yourself and that you love beauty products. Like, he was like, no, we have to really capture the essence of who you are. I woke up to the bio that's now up on Beauty Heroes. I'll link it below if you guys want to read it, but I actually wanted to share it with you here just because it's so empowering to read about yourself in the third person. And I was telling this to Brandon, it's really hard for me, and I'm sure for a lot of you, to declare things about yourself in first person, like I am smart or I am kind. It's hard for me. Like, I even have trouble taking compliments from other people. To read about myself in the third person through the eyes of someone that I know loves me, I read that and thought, I believe that about Jenn Rogers. Yeah, that is Jenn Rogers. And it was just this really humbling, empowering moment. So this is why I want to share my bio with you guys right now. Okay, wait, hold on. Let me blend this in first. So it says, Jenn was, is, and will forever be a teacher. In her mind, a teacher is someone who cannot resist and does not tire of sharing life-changing, joyful news with anyone that will listen. A good teacher also creates a safe environment for people to explore and, most importantly, to make mistakes. Even at a very young age, her grandest childhood dream involved owning a chalkboard so she could play school with her siblings and cousins. One of her favorite childhood toys was the Talkboy, the cassette player recorder made famous by Kevin McAllister in Home Alone 2, because it made sharing so dynamic and fun. Originally from New York, Jenn moved to Seoul in 2014, where she finished a 3-year stint as an English teacher. She settled into her new life with her new husband, new home, and new fun employment status in the country where she thought she'd never stay past a year. Despite sounding like an ideal situation, she found herself struggling to adjust to all the changes. To make matters worse, all of the close friends she made in Korea left to go back home to the States. Though a longtime avid YouTube watcher, it was during this time of adjustment when she started to really notice the meaningful connections being made with strangers from across the world, who were generously sharing their lives. So she decided to start her own channel. At first, the goal of her channel was mainly to keep in touch with her family and friends in the US. She started out documenting her newlywed life with her husband, and then branched out to share her affinity for beauty products. She started realizing that the connections she was seeking were only magnified by the act of sharing on YouTube. On December 8th, 2015, she challenged herself to vlog every day until the end of the year. She created the video series Morning Chats with Jenn in order to recreate one of her favorite environments in the world. Getting ready with friends in the morning after a sleepover, talking about anything and everything as girlfriends do. Morning Chats ultimately became the series through which Jenn cultivates her gift of sharing and storytelling. She shows up barefaced, something she swore she'd never do, just to authentically create that safe and warm environment she craves. So far, her intention really seems to be resonating with her audience. She is amazed at the words of encouragement and vulnerability that people are constantly sharing with her. This deep connection with her viewers, along with her own self-discovery process, led to an interest in minimalism, careful curation, and non-toxic beauty. She found that although there's still a lot to be discovered, they all have a strong relation to living a full life that doesn't come at the expense of others and the environment. Despite not being an expert, the process of figuring it out has only led to a greater connection with her audience, and now to Beauty Heroes. These affirmations continue to fuel a constant evolution of content, and yet the only thing she discovered that remains consistent day after day is her growing sense of gratitude. In learning to live with an attitude of gratitude, of which she documents in a video series titled Gratitude, she has discovered something incredibly powerful. Her camera and editing software is the chalkboard she so desperately wanted, and YouTube is now her Talkboy. Brandon is the one that made that connection for me, that my editing software is my chalkboard, right? And that this, my camera sitting here talking to you guys, this is my Talkboy. And when he revised that part for me and he sent it over, I was like, damn, babe, you freaking nailed it. You nailed it. So anyway, thank you guys. I'm so happy I'm not crying right now, especially after applying my concealer. But yeah, thank you guys for sticking around and listening to that. Turning 31 has been way more exciting to me than turning 21, you know, because 21 you get to drink and, you know, do whatever you want. But I feel so alive. I'm really grateful to be where I am, and I couldn't have done this without you guys. And I don't think I've mentioned it here yet, but I'm hosting another giveaway on my Instagram, and this time I'm choosing 2 of you guys to gift a 3-month Beauty Hero subscription each. So make sure you head over to my Instagram and look at the details on that, because the last one was sponsored by Beauty Heroes, and it was just the Josh Rosebrook box as well as the Beauty Heroes t-shirt. But this one is coming from me as a thank you to you guys, and I want you to feel the joy that I feel when I get a Beauty Heroes package and I unbox it. It's seriously like Christmas every month, you guys. And for me, like, I know what's coming because obviously Jeannie tells me, but for you guys it'll be a complete surprise. Anyway, just go on over to Instagram. So the other thing that I really wanted to make a point to share with you today is I've been doing some research in thrift shopping in Korea, because there's not a big thrifting culture here, not to my eyes at least. I was doing some research and I found a place that's in Gangnam, like pretty close to where Brandon works. And so for my birthday yesterday, I asked him, like, before dinner, the one thing I wanted to do was to go check out that thrift shop. And what's cool about that place is all the clothes they're secondhand, but they're all imported from Japan and Europe. So you could actually go in and find some really nice, like, high-end stuff. Like, I saw some coats from Chloe and Burberry, and they were on the higher end. Like, I think I saw a Chloe coat, like a pea coat, for around 300, and that wasn't something I was interested in. But there's a pretty large selection. Like, I was pretty surprised. I think Brandon captured shots of me kind of browsing yesterday, so I'll show you guys that in the Dating My Husband vlog. But I did pick up 2 things. Actually, I'm wearing this one. This is a cashmere sweater. I don't know the brand, it's in Japanese, but it's 100% cashmere. And what I really liked was this little detail right here. It is so soft. I did wash it last night and I just hang dried it and it did shrink a little bit, but I kind of just stretched it out with my hands and it's fine. It's a perfect fit, meaning if I had a food baby, I probably wouldn't want to wear this. So here. So it just kind of looks like that. Yeah, it's a little bit shorter because I do like my clothes a bit bigger and baggier, but that's the length. And then this was kind of a splurge in that it's not something I'm going to wear this winter season because it's too cold, but it was just so cool. I couldn't pass it up, and it was so reminiscent of like the 80s and very like Stranger Things. So I found this denim jacket and I'm obsessed with the inside. It's this, I guess it's cotton. It's not, yeah, I guess it's cotton. Kind of looks like linen though. But here, this is so cute to me, and I love that the red just peeks out the tiniest bit here on the collar. And I scored this jacket for I think it was less than 15 bucks. Yeah, because it was 15,001. And this cashmere sweater was 20,001. It was actually 25, and then it was on sale for 20. So that's a little bit less than 20 US dollars. And I feel like these are 2 pieces that I would wear for a long time. So that was a very unexpected, pleasant surprise. I'm definitely excited to check out some other options. I feel like a thrift store is something that you have to block out a chunk of time for, so you can just like peruse, you know, casually. But for me, I always have a hard time shopping when I'm with someone who's not shopping with me. So Brandon was like, it's your birthday, take as much time as you need. But like, you know, he was just kind of following me around and vlogging, and I felt bad. So when I found these 2, I was like, no, I'm done here. I'll just come back another day. And I feel like thrifting is one of those things where you go with a very close friend, or you go by yourself and you just pop on some earphones and you just go to town by yourself. So Anyway, if I discover any gems, I will definitely let you know. I'll actually link the website to the thrift shop that I went to in case you guys live in Korea or if that's something you're interested in when you visit Korea. I think I'm going to skip lip color today just because, yeah, my lips are kind of gross right now. They look like dried prunes. Ooh, I think we have prunes in the fridge. I love prunes. I like to eat one prune and one walnut and then put them together and eat it. It's really good. Alright guys, I'm going to head to work. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a great week and I will catch up with you soon. Bye!